Fakera timigama badal komatima timila porky basola timi vane sansa kasara suka oyayagi dema timi vane.
Namaste, Rex.
Namaste.
How are you?
Tik cha, ekdam tik cha. Yeah, look at this weather. It's so nice. And yeah, happy to be here in Nepal. Happy to be here in Pokhara.
After a long rainy day, finally sunny days are back.
Yeah, sometimes we get a little bit. It's actually a beautiful time of year. The monsoon. It's like very special time. Sometimes I think tourists probably don't see it much because they go home at that time, but it's actually so beautiful to see this big weather coming in, and we've had landslides, unfortunately, but some people died so yeah, like it's amazing to see how strong the weather comes, like the monsoon,
The monsoon madness.
Yes, monsoon madness.
Okay, alright. Today I would like to ask you some questions, and there are some curiosity why you are here.
Yes.
What are you doing here? So I would like to ask you something. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, Alex.
Thank you for speaking in English. My Nepali sikdaju bistari. Ali. One day I will speak Nepali, but step by step.
So, when did you came to Nepal for the first time?
2012, 2069 Nepali year. 2012 I came here, and actually what happened is I came to India for a 6-week holiday with my girlfriend to Goa, and I stayed and I just kind of really had a good time, and then so I stayed for more time, and then finally my visa finished in India, so I had to leave India, and it was at that time I first remember people saying, oh, you should maybe go to Nepal for your visa, and I remember that time thinking, Nepal, something to do with Buddha, something to do with Himalayas, something to do with Tibet, and so those things were the only kind of images that I had of Nepal. I didn't really know anything more, and then what happened is I came on my own because I'd been with friends in India. The whole time I'd been with friends, so for the first time now I was traveling alone, and I came through the Sonali border that first time, and there was a strike in Nepal. Nothing was moving anywhere. There was a strike that day, and I took the guitar and played songs on the border, and so many people come and they were like, wow, and they loved the music and everything. And at that time I felt like something different. Coming from India is can be very hard, like people are very, I don't know, like coming into Nepal, I noticed like an opening of heart. People were more interested in who is Alex, who are you, rather than how much money you can give me. Like it was a different vibe. And so like I just fell in love with Nepal very quickly, and at that time I had some really powerful experiences, and it's kind of just stood me in good stead and made me a better person today, I would say. So like the question that I always get asked is like, why do you love Nepal? And it's a simple question, but it deserves like quite a big answer, because there's so many there's so many different reasons actually why I love Nepal.
So this is the third time you're visiting Nepal? Or
No, eighth. I've come every year since then. Yeah.
Alright. So what made you to come again and again to Nepal?
First of all, before I came to Nepal, I was reading a lot about Buddhism, and I'm very interested in Buddhism, also Hinduism. I read the Bhagavad Gita, and those two religions I'm very interested because I'm interested about meditation and stuff like that. So then I did Vipassana twice in Kathmandu, the sitting for 10 days, and then so that was it's to me, how can I explain it in the simplest way? It's like spiritual home. I feel like when I was a child and I span around the globe, and I was interested in that specific part, like India and all those mountains, the biggest mountains in the world, And then after finally coming here, it's like just a calling, It's like something maybe from a previous life, maybe not. I don't know how much of it I conjure in my own mind, but I feel so happy to be here home, And in my country, it's more difficult, to integrate, because I have been gone a long time. So when I go back, it's like, suddenly everything's quite expensive, and you have to pay bills, and you have to pay rent, and you have to get a flat, you have to get somewhere to live, so all of these things are like, I can do that, but I don't know. I've got some really amazing friends here too, like really amazing Nepali friends, and it's just like really like I don't know how to say it, not in a soppy way, but I really fell in love with the country and the people, you know, and
So,
I don't, yeah.
You're famous in social networking sites and the Facebook and YouTube. Alex Nepali, named Alex Nepali.
Mm-hmm.
What's the main touchy thing that made you to change your surname like Alex Nepali?
Oh, okay. So it's like a stage name, first of all. Like my name is not really Ramro. It's like Alexander Slocum is my real name, and actually, what happened is. It was around the time of the earthquake, and I was singing, doing some projects to help people and stuff after the earthquake, because I was here when the earthquake happened. And actually, it was around that time that I was online, and someone just said Alex Nepali in the message, and then I read it, and I thought, oh, that looks cool. And then I made a page quickly. I just made a musician page, and then since that time, it's just become like a stage name. Yeah, singing the Nepali song.
How did you learn that Nepali music? You used to sing Nepali songs, and you have got many videos on YouTube that you are singing Nepali songs and roads of Tamil and Sunoli. How did you learn that?
Again, it's like I watch some of those old videos back now, and I can't watch, because the words is all incorrect and everything. But it's really about the heart, Like the first song I ever learned was Maya Mary Maya, and my amazing Satya Biren Bhai, he's here. And first time we cooking dal bat together, and afterwards they're playing this song Maya Mary Maya. And for me, with the music, when I hear a song that I really love, like I want to try, So at first I was like Maya Maya, I'd getting the words wrong, but I was feeling the music, and such a powerful music. And then just discovering Nepali music, Then there's like the big hits, and then seeing other songs, and I love like Bipul Chhetri is amazing, what a genius, and some other Nepali musicians. Maybe they don't get noticed globally, but in Nepal they're like seriously amazing. And I just fell in love with the Nepali music, and the rock and roll aspect of that.
So Bipul Chhetri, you like Bipul Chhetri?
Yes, very much.
The music industry.
I don't know so much about the industry side of it. I just know that his album, for example, and there's many albums that I love, but yeah, for his album, it's just a really solid, beautiful album. And it's one of those things when I listen to a piece of music, like, I hope one day I can make something as good as that, So it's like an inspiration for me, yeah.
So lastly, I want to ask you one last question. What do you want to do in future singing in Nepal? Do you have any futures in Nepal?
Yes. So here's the thing. Now the project is funded, and we have a funder for the project. And so when I say the project, what I mean is, okay, when I was first in Pokhara, I went volunteering in a lot of schools around here. And one thing that I noticed very quickly is that you don't have in the government school music, and you don't have art, It's not provided. Whereas me in my country, I went to also government funded school, and once a week I would play music. At first I learned violin, and then slowly piano and everything. So I was lucky to have that at school, and art. So for me, the project is about, we want to build like a music foundation and a hub for volunteers, because I think there's a lot of people visiting Nepal, and what I see often is that people have a lot to give, but they don't know quite how to share that back, So I want to make like a kind of, and the schools are very open to the idea of having us visit one afternoon and do a class, So I think the foundation is about, we'll offer kind of separate scholarships for the really talented children who want to be musicians, who want to be artists, who want to be content creators. And then as time goes by, I want to build like a proper studio, and offer scholarships and like learning together, because I'm also learning, These are the things that I'm passionate about, which, I feel is really important to hopefully bring into the ordinary curriculum, a bit like it is done in my country.
To government school, because those facilities are only limited in private school in Nepal.
Exactly, yeah. So I don't know exactly which direction it will take, but one thing I do know is like a online hub for volunteers, so we can actually give the things, and then you can actually share your top 5 skills, gifts, talents, and then from those that list of things that you're really passionate about, we can hopefully create opportunities, visiting the schools, doing music video projects, including working with the villagers and the community to really involve people in that process. And then I think, the best, the most talented children will gravitate hopefully a bit towards that and find something really good in that, moving forwards with their lives.
Since you have started to sing like Nepali songs as well, we would like to please hear some Nepali songs from you.
Sure.
Today.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, alright.
Nepal lagi, jai ho, sai ho. Awina daju boy, awina didi boy. Jawina sati, nepake lagi. Awina daju boy, awina didi boy. Jawina sati, nepake lagi. Tareko batu, siru siri, pahara kupi, mon mero firi. Himali pedoma, swagani dekechu. Chanjara suyela, manamaku dechu. Awina daju boy, awina didi boy. Jawina sate, nepake lagi. Awina daju, awina didi boy. Jawina sate, nepake lagi. Yobu mi masike, kakaragaga. Auna ausat, jagana jaga. Timro si porco, desole kachucha. Hamro jami, ajane bajucha. Awina daju, awina didi boy. Jawina sate, nepake lagi. Awina daju, awina didi boy. Jawina sate, nepake lagi. Tareko patum, siru siri, pahara kuping, mon mero firi. Himali pedom, swagoni dekechu. Chanjara suyela, manama kudechu. Awina daju boy, awina didi boy. Jawina sate, nepake lagi. Awina daju, awina didi boy. Jawina sate, nepake lagi. 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 Kochilakcha gari gari, Lakcha gari gari, Forgiet ma pani asha sari, asha sari. Mana masoshte maramanda che, mana masoshte ramanda che. Timmi sangai bayeka kapana gache. Kalpana got you. Kastadake pani payo bijera machuya bai. Timi sanga ota lagi afno gadi pakera he. Bijeju ajamara harale. Sapegade chamna tayo komanda kohono sun. Kalibum tu silikur, vana timi kastunisturi. Chodero gayo katatira, chodera kyo malaya teitira. Simi jani silaguri majani sikri matira. sikimatira Simi jani silagurina jani sikimatira Thank you very much. Dere dhanyavad. Let's rock on Nepal. Let's rock on Nepal. Let's rock on Nepal. Let's rock on Nepal. Hamro pyara Nepal. Sundar Shanta Bisha. Hamro pyara Nepal. Sundar Shanta Bisha. Mount Everest. Tafe Mona. Tarai Pahar. Ani Sundar Hima. Mount Everest, Tape Mona, Tarai Pahar, Ani Sundar Hima. Visit Nepal 2020, Gunja Nepal. Visit Nepal 2020, Gunja Nepal. Jaya Jaya Desh, Jaya Pasupadinata. Yehi Deshma Janmi Ekati Buddha Gautam Buddha Ani Bego Kali Pechan Hamro Ami Sabai Nepali Gautam Buddha Ani Bego Kali Pechan Hamro Ami Sabai Nepali Visit Nepal 2020 Jaya Jaya Desh Jaya Pasupadinata Deshma Janmi Ekati Buddha Shila Jikokani Safa Hawa Himal Sopani Yasha Gumba Shila Jikokani Safa Hawa Himal Sopani Visit Nepal 2020 Jaya Nepal Visit Nepal 2020 Jaya Jaya Desh Jaya Pasupadinata Yehi Deshma Janmi Ekati Buddha Let's rock on Nepal Let's rock on Nepal Let's rock on Nepal Let's rock on Nepal Hamro pyara Nepal Sundar Shanta Bisha Hamro pyara Nepal Let's visit Nepal.
Great fortune, great openness, great open-hearted, connection. And when people ask me what's the project about, it's about sharing kindness, small moments of just generosity, of gratitude, it's all linked together. And the more that we do that, the more free we can become. And so, in different ways, we're helping people who need help. Hopefully we can lift them up and inspire them to move forwards with their life in a more positive way. And whether that's buying them a pencil case, whether that's giving them basic essential supplies or giving them a guitar lesson, together we're doing this, and it's about lifting people up from and giving hope. It's about giving hope. So thank you so much for being part of it with us. Badal komatima simila porki basola timi vane